everyone. So, the truth is, I remember this Maisa a number of years ago. A guy says to me like this, I met him I think at the staircase in my apartment building. He says to me, because I just wrote a book on Baal Tashchis at the time, and he says to me, no, I don't need to buy the book. I said, okay, you don't have to buy the book, it's okay. Like, you have to meet me there, I have to buy the book. I don't have to buy the book, it's fine. He said, I never have a shaila, he says, in Baal Tashchis. Never had a shaila in Baal Tashchis. I said, really? A kosher kitchen, a Jewish kitchen, without a shaila in Baal Tashchis? It's very not shaykh. How does it work? How do you do that? What do you cook? You have separate kitchens maybe? Maybe you have a separate milky kitchen, a fleishy kitchen? How does it work that you never have a shaila of Basar? He says very simple. Every time something comes up, I just check it out. I check out the pot, I check out the food. I never have a shaila. So I said to him, okay, I hear you never have a shaila of Basar. We got a big shaila of Baal Tashchis, which is a shaila of a doraisa. And I thought today, maybe tomorrow, we'll discuss this interesting shaila, interesting halacha of Baal Tashchis, which Agav has a big nageh shaykhs to Tu B'Shvat, a little bit. We're coming off Tu B'Shvat, the Ashbaz of Tu B'Shvat. So it's a gewaltig gesagt. I'll tell you a murder kamaisa before we start. You do the kamaisa, but it's kedai to start with this. A chassid once gave the Heilige Baal Tanya a very expensive silver tabak bushka for the tabak, for the snuff, a snuff box. The Baal Tanya never wanted to use it. He refused to use it. He said, no, I'm not using such a thing. And he said, you know why? That's Mrs. Ben Ish Chai already. He said that the only organ of the body that does not have any taiva, every organ has a taiva. The one organ in a human body that has no taiva is the nose. And therefore, Zuk the Baal Tanya, why should I force a taiva on my nose to have a zazah, silver snuff box? It's not Beseda. The story goes, apparently, that the Baal Tanya broke off the cover of the pushka to use as a mirror to check for his tefillin shel rosh, to make sure that they're exactly in the right place. And that's what he had. Now, they told this Maisa over to the Einikul of the Baal Tanya, the Einik at Tzemach Tzedek, and he said, listen, I wasn't there, I didn't see it, but I can guarantee you for sure my grandfather, the Baal Tanya, never did such a thing. How did he know that? He said, Poshet, he said, my Zayd of the Baal Tanya never broke anything in his entire lifetime. Never broke anything. He never damaged anything whatsoever. He said, maybe it could be he unscrewed the cover in a normal way, that I hear. But to break the cover, chas v'shalom. This he said, avadonot. And this is a midah which I think maybe perhaps needs a little bit of a chizuk. You know, people go around, they damage stuff, they break stuff. They don't even think about it. Forget about the shayla Baal Tashchis, but we'll see Be'ez Hashem from the chinuch what a choshev inyan this is. So we'll start with the makar in the Torah. Like everything, there's a makar in the Torah. Parasha Shoftim, Dvarim Perik Chof, Posuk Yutes. Ki sotso le'e yomim rabim nehilachim aleh l'tov soloi sashchis es eitza, which is Pashtas, as we'll talk about going on a fruit tree. Lendoich alav garzen ki mimenu tzeichal va'oisa le'sichos ki ha'odom eitz hasodeh. The shaykhas from Tu B'Shvat. Lava mipanecha b'matzah. So you see over here that this is the warning in the Torah for a person not to uproot any fruit tree. Many people have called up with shilas about this. You move into a house and there's a fruit tree in the garden or in the front garden, and it's annoying because it's in the way of the car, it's in the way of the garden of the kids, whatever, and they want to get rid of it. Right? It's a very negay shaila. If you have a fruit tree in your house, are you allowed to uproot it? So this is the makar in the Torah, which is negay to so many things. You open up, for example, a packet of potato chips, and it's a bit stale. So you chuck it in the garbage. Whoa. How are you allowed to do that? Well, what happened to Baal Tashchis? What happens to all the different shaylas of things that we chuck out, that we break, that we damage? All of these, are they included in Baal Tashchis? Is it negay or not? So again, we have a makar in the Torah so far for uprooting a fruit tree. That's all it says. According to many Rishonim, as we will see, it applies not only to fruit trees, but to anything that the Rabbeinu Shalom created in this world, that a person should not destroy, that a person should not ruin. There's a moedik lashon of the chinuch, and we have to learn this chinuch, because the chinuch tells us, as we know, in many of the mitzvahs, the shoyish, the tam, the gishmak, the understanding of the mitzvah, and that sort of underlines everything. Zug the chinuch, mitzvah tov, kuf, chof, tes. Got a while to go. The mitzvah of this pasuk. Zuk the chinuch, it's your dua to teach us to love everything that's good and useful and to cling to it. And therefore, and we want the good. Zuk the chinuch, if you want the good to cling to you, then you have to cling to that which is good, and it will save you and be protected from everything that's evil and everything that's in destruction. So the chinuch we have over here sounds like a skula, a shmira, that a person looks after everything that he has, all the possessions that the Rebbeinu Shalom gave him and created in the world, and is a shmira for everything good in the world. Yeah, Morty, you looked it up, it's there? It is there. Now, new art scroll chinuch. Gavaldik. So, there's a moedik loshon of the Alshich HaKudosh. What's that? We'll take his sponsors. Zug the Heilige Alshich HaKudosh. The Alshich brings down the Gemara in Baba Kama, that the Gemara Baba Kama says that a well that you drank from, don't throw a stone in. Famous Yisait, you drank from the well, don't take a stone and throw in the well. You used it, you enjoyed it, you got something from it. Don't just, have be a kofay tova and throw a stone in. Zug the Alshich HaKodesh, anything that you needed, anything that you used, Zug the Alshich HaKodesh, a person should not destroy. Zug the Kamarna Rebbe, Moed Gazach, in the Minute Kamarna Shulchan Ataya, he wants to know, why is there no Shulchan Aruch about Baal Tashchis? How come we don't find anywhere, and I challenge you, right? The halachas of Baal Tashchis, la halacha l'maisa, not only by a fruit tree, by everything. Why is it not in the Shulchan Aruch? Why is it not brought down in Shulchan Aruch? Zog the Heilige Kamarna Rebbe. Because it's so poshut. It's an underlying principle of Yiddishkeit. You don't destroy that which the Rebbeinu Shalom created. If the Rebbeinu Shalom created, even if it was created by man, but man was given the idea and the koyach and the knowledge and the energy and the resources by the Rebbeinu Shalom. So everything in the world is basically from the Rebbeinu Shalom. So if that's the case, you can't destroy anything. So the Kamarna Rebbe, that's why the Shulchan Aruch left it out. Because it's not a geya. It's something that's so poshut. It's mamish like a prerequisite to understanding the Torah. Now, according to many Rishonim, even though the Torah is very clearly talking about fruit trees, the Issa of Loisashches applies to absolutely anything. The Issa in the Torah, that means we're dealing with an Issa Dorais over here. We're not dealing with a Midas Chasidus and Asmachta. We're dealing with an Issa Dorais according to most Rishonim. That's the Smak Rabbeinu Rucham, the Rambam, the Chinuch Rabbeinu Yonah, Tosus and Baba Kama Tzadi Aleph on the base, Bab Metzia Lamed Beis on the base, Kedushin Lamed Beis on the base, that we find that according to most Rishonim, we're dealing with an Issa Doraisa. Why? Zug the Tosus Harid in Baba Kama Tzadi Beis. Tosus Harid explains that the Torah was not makbid only on the fruit tree, but rather on the hashchosas domim, on the damaging of the item that you are ruining. That's what the Torah is makbid on, and therefore everything is included in that case. Some want to tiny that pshat is all the Rishonim are maskim over here, but the malchus maybe is only given on fruit trees, but upon for sure everything is included. Others want to hold no. The Torah said fruit trees. You want to include everything else? Beseda. That's a Derabanan. Who said that's going to be included in the Pasuk in the Torah, and that will be a Deraisa of Baal Tashchis. Many hold that this is the Shita of the Rambam in Hilchos Malachim Perek Vov, where the Rambam says, and he brings down the Issa of cutting down the tree in Halacha Ches, and he says, V'loi ilonois bilvad, ela kol hamash bekelim, if you break utensils, v'kareh begodim, and you ruin clothing, over b'loi sashches ve'ena loike ela makas mardus medivreim. You see from the Rambam that shad dvorim, you only get makas medivreim, and other things not, and therefore it's not midaraisa, and that's the psak of the Nodib Yehuda, the Teres Chaim, the Rashash, the Chai Odom, the Imba Yosha, the Chai Eshkol, the Heilige David Mishar, Michibina Rov. However, there are those, the Radvaz, and the Kesef Mishnah, pshat in the Rambam that they want a taina, that the Rambam holds that it's an Issa Daraisa, even everything. So you see there's a Machlokes Rishonim over here, but Akoponim is definitely going to be an Issa. By the way, what's the nafkamina if we're dealing with an Issa Darabanan and an Issa Daraisa? What's the nafkamina? It's also anyway. One of the big nafkaminas, La'alacha La'maisa, is Amira La'akam. Right? Many of us are familiar with the Be'alocha at the end of Siman Shin Zayin, where he talks about the halacha of Amir La'akam applies not only to Shabbos. Amir La'akam is not, it's not only by Shabbos Kodesh. Right? It's not only don't put on the light for me, or do put on the light for me, or the air conditioning or the heating on Shabbos Kodesh. It applies to anything. You can't ask a guy to cook basa v'cholav. That's the example of the Be'aloch over there, right? So Siman Shin Zayin. You can't ask a guy to do anything that you yourself cannot do. So if, for example, you've got a fruit tree in your garden and you want to get rid of it because you want to plant something else over there, you want more space, you want to get a car in there, whatever it may be. So obviously I can't do it, but am I allowed to ask a guy to do it? That will be enough gemina to many of the shyness of of Amir La'akum. Obviously, when it comes to a fruit tree itself, that's for sure D'oraisa. But when it comes to other things, will that be okay? Now, what's the share of Baal Tashchis? How much does the item have to be worth? We know that with everything, there's always a share. When it comes to Shabbos, when it comes to Hitzah, when it comes to Bishul Basar, when it comes to everything, there's always a share. What is the share of Baal Tashchis? So the Rabbeinu Yonah writes that only if it's worth a shava pruta are you over on Baal Tashchis. If it's less than a shava pruta, there is no issa. Or bezuk the chinuch, since the yesod is to love everything the Rebbeinu Shem gave us and to cling to that which is good. Zuk the chinuch derech hachasidim va'anshei maisa is not to waste afilu garga shel chardel, even a little mustard seed. Zuk the chinuch, we don't waste. It's less than a shava pruta, so what? We want to cling to everything the Rebbeinu Shem gave us. There's a big shaila, by the way. It's negated today's Yotzad. There's a very big shaila about water. Is water subject to Baal Tashchis? For example, you go to a water fountain. So we discussed it one time. How does it work when it comes to bracha? The item of food generally has to be in front of you when you make the bracha. So if I press the water fountain button, allow the water to come out, and then I'll make the bracha. Right? Obviously, I don't want to be minimizing the hefsek. Also, is that wasting water? Is water something which is subject to Baal Tashchis or not? So someone a taina that there is Baal Tashchis even with water. There is a Marsham. Today is the Yortzeit of the Heilige Marsham, of Shana Mordcha Shadron. Right? If you're on the Yortzeit app, you would have got the story. And he brings down in the Tshuva, in Chelik Gimel, Siman Shim Ayin Hey, that there is no Baal Tashchis when it comes to water being survived. And Gemara in Tomid, Shulchan Aruch Chaim Siman Kuf Ayin, how you get to that, but Akoponim Hitain is that there is no Issa of Baal Tashchis when it comes to water. Now, obviously, there's a lot of different shilas that we have to get to. For example, we have to stop now, and Mr. Shem tomorrow will continue, but there are lots of different shilas. For example, putting something into the garbage can, into the bin. What din does that have? Is that called Baal Tashchis, or is the garbage guy who's going to take it out, is he over on the Baal Tashchis in that case? What about things that are normally going to be thrown out? A plastic plate, for example, right? We're living, right, Rav Shiva of Shaimek Zatzal used to say, we're living in a very rich generation that we have plastic plates, disposable plates, and you just throw them in the garbage after using them, right? They're very usable. You could wash it, you could use it again. Is that called Baal Tashchis to throw out a plastic cup or a plastic plate just because we live in a generation of shefa and brocha that we can just chuck these things out? Be'ez Hashem, tomorrow we'll go to the Tzura Se'isa. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.